So almost ready to get underway. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Carlos Rodon. What do we need to know here?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Comes up empty.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
And 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And El Nino is stifled for the K.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Luis Arraez stands in. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. He's in there.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Now Machado up here. 1-0. In the dirt, but kept close. And another ball. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. 2 away. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, Chris, this is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough outs pretty much throughout the lineup, and they have fewer strikeouts than any other team in the league.
Yeah, Boog, and I just remember as a player, when you're going up against a club like this, it keeps you on your toes all game long because you got to make plays for your pitcher on the defense. And so an offense like that can really put some pressure on that defense. So they can swing the bats, put it in play, but I also think if they run the bases hard, it adds another element to their game.
Xander Bogaerts in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is fouled back. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously, the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some guys in your lineup that make contact. Man on second, 2 down. On the inside corner for called strike 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Back in New York. And on the mound in this one, number 38.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. That's in there, 0-1. And foul ball. Here's a high chopper to Rise. That takes care of Grisham. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. And this is a dangerous group, Chris. Top to bottom, loaded with players who can barrel up the baseball. A lot of high exit velocities, and that all results in a club that's leading the league in slugging percentage right now.
And, Boo, that means the pitcher's got to be ready from the very first pitch of each and every at-bat, because these hitters, they're ready to jump all over you, and they've got the swing speed, the velocity through the zone, however you want to measure it, to hit the ball hard and hit it a long way.
There's no question this is a lineup that is built to win in today's modern game of baseball. One out, base is empty. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Got him swinging.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And, you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Ring him up, says Clyde Washington. That's a strikeout. 0-0 after one from Yankee Stadium. Inning number 2 when we get back on the show. New inning getting started. Stepping in for San Diego, Luis Campusano. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Campusano goes 5 feet 11 inches, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was a second-round pick back in 2017. Outside low, ball 1. Just missed. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
That one misses, and it's 3-0. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Oscar Gonzalez, the next up for the Padres. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And that one almost got him. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
Come on, punch him out.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Strike him out.
Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
And now it's Elias Diaz. Splits the plate. Strike one. Man at first, one away. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Rodon ready. Here comes strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now batting Tyler Wade. Hits the top of the zone at 98 for a strike. Missed with a changeup, and the count even 1-1. In there at the knees for a strike. Rodon fires. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. One left for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back now in the Bronx. Here's the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Just off the inside edge. Misses off the plate, and that's ball 3. And there's the automatic.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And there's ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Bellinger up to hit. And there's the strike. Bellinger's dad won a couple of World Series rings in 1999 and 2000. Clay was a backup infielder with the New York Yankees. Next offering is fouled back. In the 2023 season, Cody's dad, Clay, made a trip to Wrigley Field and sat in the right field bleachers to watch his son play. That's kind of cool. Just off the inside corner, and the count 1-2.
That's one of those lookout pitches. As soon as it leaves the pitcher's hand, you start bracing for impact, knowing that it's going to be hard to get out of the way of that one.
First and second, no outs. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And takes low for ball 1. front and foul to the left side. Goldie, the lead runner, out at second. Bellinger on at first with nobody out. And a sweeper misses for a ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is a big first out. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Check swing, called strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next offering misses down and away.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play, minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
Out towards left center. Tatis after it. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. Lifted in the air, right field. Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. So they strand a pair. We played 2 full, no score. Back here in New York, well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. So digging in now for San Diego, Brandon Lockridge. Rodon back to work. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
1 strike.
And that's through there for a strike. Out to short. Over to Goldie. And a quick out, number 1. So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Led off the game with a strikeout. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Way out front for strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That misses, and it's 1-2. And that's in the dirt. Top of the 3rd, no score. Stays alive. Tatis waits. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That one 95 to finish him off.
frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Next for the Padres, Luis Arias. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Grisham settles under it. Brings it in. And that is that. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning. And now the rookie second baseman, Jorbeat Bebos. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. That one way inside. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And the right-hander deals.
No, that's a ball.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. Grounded out his first time. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. That one's upstairs, ball one. That's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one way inside. Ripped to first, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. This guy with light tower power. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
You know, Boo, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. Fires to second for 1. And that's 2. No runs, no hits, no errors. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. As we go to the top of the 4th, stepping in for San Diego, Manny Machado. Next offering popped in the air, right field, and there's one away.
Up next to the Padres, the shortstop.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That's in there. 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Next one misses, And 1-1. And delivers outside. That one fouled off. 2-2. And that skips into dirt. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And it's fouled away. Two down, nobody on. Backed off the plate that time.
Go Yankees! 2-1.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Outside low. And now 3-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws, and they get the out. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Still no score. Ready to go, bottom 4. Leading off, Ben Rice. Foul ball there.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
That's in there. Foul ball still 0-2.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Swing and a ball popped up. Wade pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. He reached on a walk his first time. Nasty pitch right there. And that is strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. That just misses. 1-2 to count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering is outside. Swings and misses, struck him out. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
First pitch just misses. 2 outs, base is empty. And another ball.
Ball 3.
Draws the walk there.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So 2 down. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the catch, and that is that. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We played 4, no score. Ready now for the 5th inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Oscar Gonzalez. Gonzalez, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Next offering is fouled back. Not close with that one. Going to count 1 and 2. That's inside.
2 and 2.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Here's Elias Diaz. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one drifts inside.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Tap foul at the plate. Runner at first with no outs here. And a swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Just outside. 2 and 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Two now.
Ball 3.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
High fly ball, shallow right field. 1 away.
The batter number 50, second baseman, Tyler Wade.
Next for the Padres, Tyler Wade. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in for a strike. Gonzalez stands at first with 1 out. Outside low, and that is ball 1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And now 2 and 1. Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
On the ground, right side. Bebos sends it to first, and 2 away now.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Brandon Lockridge. Grounded out his first time. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Yo, that's a ball.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Padres leave 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Back in the Bronx, and now the catcher comes up to him. Austin Wells. That one ripped, but foul.
You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They haven't run a single count full in this ball game, and that's just wild to me. That stat alone shows they're making it way too easy to get them out.
Next offering upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one upstairs. Hit hard on the ground to short. Whips it to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Third baseman,
Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. Flied to right his first time. And there's a ball. The Yankees hitless so far in the game. Just missed. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
That one's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, second baseman,
Jorbeat Bebos will hit next. Walked his first time. Headed towards the corner. Gonzalez on his horse. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Two outs.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Sometimes you got to fight to get back into an at-bat. Take some tough pitches, even out the count.
And that one ripped to left, and foul ball. Next pitch is outside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
To the right side, Wade. Over to first, and the Yanks go quietly. Yanks held in check, and we are still scoreless. Back at Yankee Stadium, Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Rodon back to work. That one ripped. Way back there. And that one is gone. His 9th homer of the year. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now a chance for Luis Arias. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That one's in there, and it's 1-2. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Ian Hamilton up and loosening in the pen. Hill, the lefty, warming up as well. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here comes Manny Machado. 0 for 2 in this one. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Inside, just missed. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're the top half of the 6th. Struck him out looking. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Carlos Rodon is done in this one, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. So they turn things over to the righty, Ian Hamilton.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Two down, base is empty. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Xander Bogaerts, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Just missed. just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And that one fouled off. And a swing and a miss. And that is that. But the Padres draw first blood here on the solo shot. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Well, we go bottom 6. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jeremiah Estrada getting loose out there. Adam getting cranked up as well. That one not close. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Tatis has this one sized up. Makes the grab. And there's one away.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here comes Aaron Judge.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him. Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Up and in. Now 2-0.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
In danger of losing the no-hitter here. And ball 4, and Judge takes his walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
So now here's the DH, Ben Rice. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And fouled off. And that one almost hit him. With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. That one the other way, and there's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
No more having to worry about keeping the no-hitter alive now. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Paul Goldschmidt now. Close, but called the ball. 1-0. Judge at second. Rice at first. One gone. This one backs to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. Goldie blasts one out. And now they're out in front. It's 3-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Number 38 won't go any further. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm. Adrian Morejon taking over on the mound. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Adrian Morejon.
And here comes Bellinger. This one chopped to first. Arise. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And Bellinger is out.
The batter number 11. Shortstop Anthony Volpe.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's downstairs and outside. Out to center. Lockridge settles underneath it. Corrals it. And that ends the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We go to the top of the 7th. So here's the Padres DH, Luis Campusano.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Just missed.
1-0. Ball 2.
And that drops in for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
The 2-1. On the ground to third. Peraza fires over to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Stepping in for San Diego, Oscar Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1. Inside, ball 1. Just missed. And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. Good job to fight that one off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Got him looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call. Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. And that's in the dirt.
No strike.
Foul ball. Line drive, base hit right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Ian Hamilton will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher for the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Here's the second baseman, Tyler Wade.
Let's go, Yankees.
Oh, he doesn't get the
that's a
call.
ball.
And that's ball one. Diaz, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Yankees 3, and the Padres 1. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
All right, so Monument Park out there in center field at Yankee Stadium. Have you gotten a chance to check that out?
Boog, I have seen it more after my playing career than I did as a player. But as a broadcaster, many times entering and exiting through the center field fence, particularly in the playoffs, get a chance to take a glimpse over. And I got to say, you do get some goosebumps.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 away. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and they have this new ballpark that is absolutely gorgeous, but there's still some of that old school feel to it. Peraza up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1.
Yeah, you have to connect the past with the present, and they did a really nice job of the Monument Park out there where you can go and walk through and see the legends. This is New York, and it is the greatest city, I would say, in the country, if not the world. So you expect them to build a ballpark that's going to be incredibly rich in that tradition.
What about as a left-handed hitter and how short that porch is in right field? Were you ever tempted to just try and think in terms of leaning on something as a left-handed hitter and just trying to yank it over the right field wall?
I don't think I needed to be tempted to do that. I think that's all I was, trying to do because I didn't have a whole lot of power. You have to try to stay within your approach, but you do know that, hey, if you pull something, there's a good chance of it getting out.
Jorbeat B-Boss getting ready to hit. Clips the corner, and it's 0-1.
One thing for me over the years, watching how right-handed hitters have tailored and changed their swing so that they could take advantage of the dimensions in right.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Look at Derek Jeter. He's a classic example of someone that wasn't looking to pull the ball, but he could hit some home runs to right field, so was able to flex the muscles at times. But a lot of his 3,000-plus base hits were hit the opposite way in both the old ballpark and here in the newer Yankee Stadium.
Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees, as the lead remains 3-1. Back for more from the Bronx. We're at the top of the 8th. So digging in now for San Diego, Brandon Lockridge. Cruz, in his 3rd season, he features a splitter, a 4-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Okay.
0-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop 3rd strike.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. He's already homered in this game. Right through there for a strike. And strike 2. The Yanks up by 2, and we're in the top of the 8th. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Up the middle. Over to Goldie. And they take care of Tatis for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. 1 for 3. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Swings through that.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Yankees 3 and the Padres 1. Wandy Peralta will take over here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
There's a strike. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Steven Kolick, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Jacob warming up as well.
Let's go, Yankees.
Just missed. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And next is the designated hitter, Ben Rice. Right down to shoot. That's strike 1. And ball 1. Judge over at first with 1 away. And he dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And they'll do it again. Three-two now.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
On the ground to first, and he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. The flip to the pitcher is late, and they don't get an out on the play. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. He's already homered here in this one. And that drops in for a strike. If you're the Padres, this has to stay a 2-run game. 1 out. Runners at first and second.
Stay hot up there.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 and 2.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. On the ground to second, might be 2. Glove flip for 1, and that's 2. No runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and 1 left on. 9th inning coming up. Yankees 3, and the Padres 1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Fernando Velasco. A chance at his first save of the year. Here's Manny Machado to start it off. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A gigantic blast. It's 3-2.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul, was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Bogarts in the box now. Takes strike one. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Swings and misses. That is strike two.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Pitches in the dirt, and the count 1-2. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling, and you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
He's 2 outs away. Luis Campusano, the next up for the Padres. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 strike.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Out to short, Volpe. Slings to first in time.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Now back, number 39.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the right fielder, Oscar Gonzalez. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer. Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up. Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving to a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
Just off the inside edge.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Up the middle. Nice grab. The throw. And what a play. Ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.